Well, if you buy your singing pumpkins from Atmos FX, they always include a bunch of other modes like TV mode, window mode, and Hollusion mode. And what those allow you to do is use the singing pumpkins as characters in videos because they have the entire pumpkin there along with the singing faces. And so that's great. But if you buy your singing pumpkins from the Mighty Microscope or the singingpumpkin.com, well, they only provide them with the animated eyes and mouths singing the songs. And if you like those songs and you can't get them on Atmos, well then how are you going to turn those into maybe something you could use in a window or on a TV or maybe project onto your garage? Well, that's what we're going to do today. So to do that, we're going to start by opening up the free version of Hitfilm Express. And I'm going to click the new button. And we're going to do a 1080p video here, which is 1920 by 1080, and I'm going to do 30 frames a second. But of course, you could set those to whatever you want. And now we have Hitfilm Express opened up. The first we need to do is bring in some things that we're going to use. So I'm going to click the import button here, and I'm going to bring in a couple of videos here, which are just the animated eyes and mouths of singing pumpkins. And so we'll bring these in here. So we got those, but we also need some pumpkins to add to them. So I'm going to click the import button, and I'm going to come over here, and I've already downloaded some graphics, and I will provide links below for searching for some of these items. Now obviously the singing pumpkins are commercial, so you need to purchase those, but these graphics are all available for free. You know, I'm just going to click on the first one, hold down my shift key, click on the last one, and I'm going to select all of these. Some of these are real pumpkins, some of these are cartoon pumpkins. You'll just have to see what the graphic looks best on your that you prefer, basically. You know, do you want real? Do you want cartoon? What style of cartoon do you want? But I'm just going to select all of them. We're just going to bring them in here. So I'm going to click Open. Now, Hitfilm's asking me here, do I want to import a sequence video, which is actually a video made up of individual pictures, or are they just individual pictures? Well, these are just individual pictures. They're not a video that's been exported out one picture at a time. So I want to do the import images, and you will too. So there we go. So now we've got our pumpkins and our singing faces. So let's go ahead and get a pumpkin into our editor. And we're just going to do everything in the editor because this is simple enough that we don't need to make a composite shot to do this. So I'm going to grab this pumpkin right here, and I'm going to drag him over here to video 1, and I'm going to let go of him right there. And it says here, oh, hey, this picture is a different size than your video. Do you want to make the video match the picture size? No, we do not want to make the video match the picture size. We want a 1080p video, and I'm going to resize this pumpkin to fit the video, not the other way around. So I'm going to click No. Okay, now our pumpkin is a lot bigger than our video, so what we need to do is we need to resize him, but I cannot even see the corners to grab his little resize bars and resize him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my scroll wheel on my mouse. I'm going to scroll down, which is going to zoom out. I could also come over here and select one of these zoom levels, and that would also work. Now that we've got our pumpkin zoomed out a little bit, I can see those these little grab handles here to resize him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to resize him. Now, if you don't hold down your shift key and you resize, you could resize him both. You can make him fat and skinny, and of course smaller or bigger or whatever you want to do, but this allows you to resize him in whatever way that you want, which might be great because maybe you want him skinny or maybe you want him fat. That'd be fine. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let go, and I'm going to press Control Z, which means undo, and he's going to go back to the way that he was. And this time I'm going to hold down the shift key and grab that little corner handle, and now I can't make him skinnier or fatter. I can't make him bigger or smaller, but not skinnier or fatter. He can only scale in proportion to the way that he was. So when I get him to about the right size, I'm going to let go. And now we got our pumpkin resized in our video. Now I'm going to go back out here to scale to fit so I can see what the video is going to look like. And now we need to add our video file. So I'm going to come over here. We just have the one singing pumpkin, and I'm going to drag him in, and I'm going to drag him above our image. So he's not down here on or next to, he is above our image. Make sure you're at the very beginning here. You don't want him over here at the very start, and then let go. And now it looks like he's completely replaced our image. He's just, you know, well, we need to get rid of the black background back here in order to see our image, our pumpkin, down below. And the way we're going to do that is with an effect. So I'm going to come over here to Effects, and then I'm going to search for Demult, which is D-E-M-U-L-T. And right here under Keying is the Demult effect, and I can just drag that right onto our singing pumpkin, or in this case he's making goofy faces or whatever pumpkin, but it doesn't matter. Oh, and now all of a sudden we're good to go here. I'm going to resize this a little bit bigger so we can kind of see our two video tracks a little bit better. So let's go ahead and give him a quick play here. Oh, well, it was working great there for a while, but then we kind of like ran out of picture, basically. Our pumpkin went away. What happened? Well, our pumpkin picture is just not the same size, not the same length as our video. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come back over here to the beginning, and then I'm going to move my mouse onto the side of the pumpkin picture. Notice it turns to a little bracket. I'm going to hold down my left mouse key, and now I can drag and make this as long or as short as I want. And when I get close to the edge of the pumpkin, where that pumpkin video ends, it automatically snaps into place, which is perfect. Now I can let go with my mouse, and I know that my pumpkin picture and my animated pumpkin face are both exactly the same length. So if I kind of scrub through him here, he's looking pretty good, actually. That's a pretty good effect right there. Now, of course, we can do some more things here. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to select my pumpkin picture. And right here with this little dot that's in the middle, it's got the two arrows connected to it. This is how you move this around. So I'm going to move my pumpkin image over here. And let's even scale him down a little bit here. So I'm going to hold down my shift key again and then scale him. Well, I'll tell you what, let's not hold the shift key. Let's make him a little bit narrower just for fun. And I'm going to put him over here. And then I make sure my talking pumpkin is selected here. And I'm pretty much going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to scale him down. There we go. Make him a little bit smaller. Maybe make him a little bit, let's see here, a little bit skinnier. And then I'm going to grab that little dot and then move him over here. He might be a little too skinny and too small, so I'm going to drag him, drag him back out there. And make sure he's kind of centered up, more or less. And it's looking pretty good. I like the way the eyes kind of line up with those lines that go through the pumpkin. And now let's take a look at him. Oh, looking pretty good. So that's basically it. At this point, we could export our video. And the way you would do that, you would come over here to Export, and you would select the little button, and we'd go to File. And it's going to ask us for a file name, so I'm just going to call this Single Pumpkin Faces. All right, and hit Save or Enter. And it's going to start our export here. By the way, it has opened up a new export tab here, and we can go back to the viewer tab here, or we can check the export tab over here. So let's just wait till this gets done here in just a minute. There we go. Now our export's all finished, and we have our new video file. Let's get back over here to the viewer, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select and delete both of these items here. And come back over here to media, and let's just do the same thing a little bit quicker this time, but for all three pumpkins. And so what I want to do here is I want to grab a few pumpkins and bring them on. Let's use real pumpkins this time, just to kind of add some variety. So I'm going to add one real pumpkin there, and again, he's really huge, so I'm going to scroll with my mouse wheel, and then I'm going to hold down my shift key, and I'm going to shrink him down. And then we're going to kind of move him over, and then he'll be the left pumpkin. And then let's go ahead and grab this guy. Now, I'm going to need to go ahead and add him onto another video layer. Okay, Okay, and then we're going to shrink him down and put him right there. He might be a little too small. Let's make him a little bit bigger. There we go. Again, he is on, the first pumpkin is on video 1, second pumpkin's on video 2. And by the way, if this is too small to see, there is a little tiny dot down here. And if I hold down my mouse button and kind of move this to the left or right, it's going to expand or contract my view of the timeline, which is really handy so we can actually see what's going on a little bit better. Don't expand it out quite that much, but a little bit's fine. And then here's my third real pumpkin. Again, I'm going to make him video 3 up here. Okay. Now video 1 is still there. He just kind of got scrunched, so I'll move that down a little bit. We're not so interested in the audio here. We mostly want to look at our 3 different pumpkins. And then finally, I'm going to take all of our pumpkin trio up here, and I'm going to move him way up there to video 4. And now we've got him up there. And of course, now it's a good time to probably zoom back in again. So let's go to scale to fit. And we got these guys. Remember, we need to use that demult effect on them. Oh, there we go. Alrighty. And let's see here. So we got this guy, and then this guy. Oh, we didn't resize this guy. Forgot about that. Let's go over here and hold down the shift key and resize this guy, and then move him. Whoops, okay, I made a mistake, so I had the wrong thing selected. So what I want to do is do Control Z to undo that. And I want to make sure that this pumpkin is selected and not the video. And now I'm going to move him over here. There we go. He might need to get a little bit bigger. And put him over there. And now I'm going to select this middle pumpkin. And make sure you select each item before you move it. That was a mistake I made before. I accidentally selected the video when I was moving the wrong thing. But remember, Control Z just undoes whatever you do. So you just fix the problems that way. And then finally, we're going to reposition this guy so he's more or less the right size. Make him a little bit bigger. The one thing you want to do is you do want to scrub through your video and make sure that these don't go outside of your pumpkins. If you cut it too close to the edge, you know, their mouse might expand or something, kind of go out on the edge, so we don't want that. But we do need to go ahead and move our mouse to the side of our pumpkin images, and then hold down the left mouse button and expand them out till it snaps to the end of that video, and get all of those done. And now we just need to scrub through and make sure it looks okay, that it don't have anything funny going on. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I think this pumpkin here I might want to move up a little bit. So I'm going to make sure he is selected, the third one over here on the right. I'm just going to move him up just a smidgen so his face is a little more centered. Scrub through again. Oh, it's looking really good. All right, that's it. And we go ahead and we do our export to file. I'm going to put 3 pumpkin faces as the name for this guy. Hit save, and of course it moves us over to the export tab just like it did before. Remember, viewer is still right over here. And when this video is exported, we will be all done. But that's basically it for the video. That's how you turn your basic singing pumpkin or pumpkin style video into a window or TV screen or Hollusion pumpkins that you could use these videos elsewhere for whatever you might want to use them for in your holiday presentations. So that's it for the video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you later.